What's up guys, DC193 Gaming Tech. So this video is not an I told you so. A lot of people are going to be like, oh well, I need proof, need verification, I need some sort of blast something, like a piece of paper, or like I'm supposed to fly to Japan and talk to my grandpa on camera inside Nintendo Studios or some shit like that, and you know, soccer. I'm like, alright. But I haven't done not much Wii U talk, Nintendo talk, but check it. Some stuff has fallen out, and again, every single thing that I've said on paper, in here, leaked information, whatever, take it for however you want it, don't believe me, fuck Dark Cloud, who the fuck is this black guy, who does he think he is, whatever it is, just take the information and go with it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but have I been wrong? Alright, so check it. So there's an article, basically, a few articles, a few pieces of information. Ubisoft released some information about the Wii U pricing and stuff from what they know. Remember, developers always find out about this stuff because they want to know how much the system's going to sell for before they start pushing start pushing software, you know, like kits and all that other stuff, and start developing games into it. Because remember, games cost a lot of money to make. Games don't cost 5 million anymore. Some games cost 200 million, all that stuff. But let's get into it. Remember a while back I showed that video where I was doing a video comparison of DirectX 9 compared to DirectX 11, and everyone was like, oh well, the video card that's inside the Wii U only supports the DirectX. The problem is that whenever you have an architect, you can redesign it however you want to. Especially from the company, you can change everything. Most of these cards that are out today, the welfare cards that support 1080p and DirectX 11 and all that stuff, they're still based off of an old architect, which is just now new software and new implementations and all that stuff added to it. So according to Ubisoft and me and Dr. Trey and Shokio and a few other people that believe the shit that I say and knows that I'm not fucking full of shit, supports DirectX 11. Wii U support touchscreen and all this other stuff, and like I've always said, the system's not going to be coming with a hard drive. Don't believe me? Whatever. Also, if you need proof, you can also go to Nintendo, gaming patents. You can look up that Nintendo patent a hard drive for the Wii U a few months before the system was announced. Nintendo's not going to put a hard drive in the system because this doesn't cost more money. According to them, which the system is going to have about 2 gigs of RAM. Again, I'm not, whatever. I'm just going to leave it at that. 560 of it is dedicated to the OS. Remember, Nintendo's OS isn't like, it's not it's not Mac. I mean, it's not Windows or anything like that. It's not thing extent. You know what I mean? Memory that's supported to the system for the actual software itself. That's great. November 23rd is the supposed launch date. Is it? Are you waiting for recognition? Around that time. Personally, around that time. If everything goes as well with stocks and this basically their revenue for before the end of the year is over, it may be like a month after after 2013 or something like that, but more than likely we're looking at a 2011 launch. By the way, this isn't predictions. You know I can't stand doing E3 predictions. It has nothing to do with E3. Crytek, Unreal. I've said Unreal already supports the Wii U, especially with the hardware and the price tag. Everyone's like, no DC, you're wrong. It's gonna go for $250, and every time they keep saying that, I'm telling you, no, it's not. The most it's gonna be is $450. No one wants to believe me when I say this stuff. Like, the Wii cost $250 at launch, and look at the hardware that was in it. It's common sense. Oh, speaking of common sense, a lot of these people that don't believe DC's information or so-called leaked sources, what was I gonna go with that? Hold up. The so-called leaked sources, like, how come I'm not 100% work? How come I can't find proof? And most of this stuff is common sense. Common sense. Wii U name, software launch, Nintendo network, all of this is common sense. Like I have to say again, if this is common sense, a lot of you guys are fucking idiots. But you're not. So, what does that say? So anyways, a new change, like I said before in PLG, that they may change the video card to something a little bit better according to what everyone else is doing. It's not finalized yet, but according to Ubisoft, it's going to be the AMD, what is it, the 6670. If that's the case, that card isn't that much, doesn't cost that much to actually make. And with implementations of consoles, it's crazy. It can basically run everything at PC comparison on TV. But anyways, this is basically Leak. One of the things, what is it? The new buttons are somehow linked to the Wii Vitality system. I didn't really know too much about that. Valve working on digital distribution. Like we've always said, it was an American company, EA and Valve, that was always going to work on the Wii U for their internet and digital distribution. Nintendo has no idea what they're doing when it comes to that. Look at the eShop. Some of these games are priced way too high, pricing $1.99 for a 5-minute video and stuff like that. They don't know what they're doing. That's why they've never done it before. You know what I'm saying? They've never implemented that. So for anyone that think that Nintendo is going to be this rocket scientist genius behind their digital distribution, you're sadly mistaken. That's more of a United States, UK audience. Like the Japanese audience don't really look into that. So that's why it's going to be an American company that helps, EA and Valve. So like I always said, the Wii U UI customizable. That's also along with the controller. That's basically what I mean with the controller. When you like going through different accounts, having a background and all this other stuff. Yeah, Nintendo's gonna actually allow you to change and implement stuff on the controller and all the other stuff. Believe me, whatever. But anyways, again, Crytek and Valve and everyone working on the Wii U. According to Ubisoft, Assassin's 3 is running at 60 frames per second at 1080p. Compared to Xbox, compared to the PS3 and Xbox running the 720p, not full 60. The Wii U comes pre-installed software. Yeah, that's a given. Whatever. And Wii U supports achievements. Like I said before, it's not going to be like what do you call it, like points or like a certain amount of goals and stuff like that. Like you're a level this and all that. If you own a 3DS, it's going to be like achievements. So for each game, there's going to show like an achievement. It's not going to be. Let me see if I said this right. It's not going to be your system. Well, yeah, it is. Your account is going to show your achievements, but it's not going to be like some sort of like a number thing. It's gonna be kind of like you click on it and you compare achievements, or you see achievements. Being that now it's not going to use any friend codes, it's going to have something that's going to like let you add friends and all that, but it's not going to be a long code and all the other shenanigans. But anyways, this I'm going to post the article down at the bottom. Just had a brain fart. I'm going to post the article at the bottom. Again, all of this stuff is basic truth, stuff that I've been saying for the longest time, the longest time. I mean, whether you believe it or not, that's your business. So the price being at $350 to $450, like I've been saying, I don't know where anyone think it's going to be the same price. Nintendo's going for the hardcore. Again, the Wii U is going for the main core. As for casuals, it's going to have casuals. Like I said in my other videos before, it's going to have casuals because there's going to be a casual store. There's going to be a store that implements all that stuff. Books, games, faggot games like Angry Birds and other games like that for other people to play. Don't take that literal. When I mean by faggot games, I mean like games that like the core gamer doesn't sit down and play, like going ham on it. Like, you know, they go out of their way to get that instead of like a Call of Duty Black Ops 18 or whatever the hell it is. But anyways, this is DC1903, your gaming tech. I'll probably start doing some more videos on actual consoles and what's going on. Just don't expect any E3 predictions. I just don't like doing it. I will do an E3, what do you call it, being that I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be doing some like whatever videos. I'm going by myself, so don't expect a lot of like videos with me in it. It's just like a lot of stuff of me talking in the background, or me implementing, shaking people's hand and whatever, trying to play a game with the goddamn camera and all that stuff. Anyways, this is DC1903, your gaming tech, and this has been some Wii U updates, leak, and rumors. Sorry about that. Peace. You can't hold me, son. Oh!